Welcome to a peaceful, tree-lined neighborhood where our story begins. In Renalia, the GDP growth is 5%, and life couldn't be better. Here's Lucas, briefcase in hand, ready for a successful day. High GDP growth means more spending and thriving businesses all around. Notice Lucas strolling among cheerful folks, all eyes on a bright future. As production and incomes rise, smiles fill the street sand, so do cash registers. The city's market is buzzing. Stalls and shops are in full swing. When everything is plentiful in Renalia, you know GDP is standing tall. Lucas debates with a colleague. High GDP could mean higher taxes, but hey, I'll take it. The colleague replies, at least my paycheck's bigger. A close-up on Lucas, gazing into the distance with optimism. With a growing economy, his smartphone business is booming. A friend's laughter echoes. Renalia is the place to be. The more people spend, the happier they feel. A quick chat between Lucas and his colleague. Real growth means both the people and the government are happy. As they say, when GDP is high, smiles never die. Welcome to Mediomistan, where we find a charming little bakery. With a GDP hovering around 1%, the mood is calm but not exactly jubilant. Meet Anna, the bakery owner, arranging freshly baked cakes. Sales are okay, but not spectacular. If GDP picks up, so will her business. A close-up of Anna's hands smoothing frosting on a cake. With sluggish economic growth, her costs creep up and profits shrink. Observe the bakery window. There are customers, but not a crowd. 1% growth is like a light bulb it's on, but it's not lighting up the whole room. Anna greets a customer with a smile. Come, try our fresh cakes. Her warm welcome keeps customers returning, even when their budgets are tight. A customer complains about rising prices. Why so expensive? Anna whispers, if our GDP were higher, I'd be able to lower my prices. Anna checks her finances at the counter, trying to manage costs. With a moderate GDP, it's baby steps forward, hoping tomorrow brings better times. Notice Anna's smile. She's still hopeful and optimistic. Even if growth is slow, at least we're moving forward, not backward. Now we've arrived in Negativia. It's nighttime, and the streets are dim and deserted. Negative GDP tends to darken the mood literally and figuratively. Here's Kareem's restaurant, empty chairs and a somber atmosphere. No one comes out to eat because their pockets are empty and spending motivation is low. Kareem sits with his chin in his hand, staring at the empty entrance. As the economy shrinks, so does the restaurant's income. We see the register drawer, almost empty. With negative GDP, the government also has less to spend and less support to offer. Kareem, exhausted, says, if this continues, I might have to shut down. A negative economy drains people's spirits as much as it does the cash register. Today's only order is a single steaming bowl of soup barely sold. With no money in people's pockets, even soup becomes a luxury. The customer frowns at the watery soup. What is this? Kareem mutters, when GDP thins out, so does our soup. Kareem rests his head on the table, showing how little hope remains. Negative GDP means the gap to prosperity grows wider like a streetlight turned off in a dark alley. Hello everyone. Today, I want to tell you about 3 different countries and how GDP has shaped their daily lives. First, Let's visit Renalia, a place with both a large economy and rapid growth. Its shops are always buzzing, and local businesses can't keep up with the flood of orders. Why? Because a high GDP means people have money in their pockets and are confident about spending it. Their economy's absolute size is huge, and its growth rate is impressive. But if you take a short trip to Media Miston, you'll see that a growth rate of around 1% doesn't exactly set the world on fire. Sure, their absolute GDP isn't too small, but the relative growth rate isn't anything special like being stuck in traffic, not really moving forward or backward. They're hoping a strong economic plan can boost their speed someday. Finally, we arrive at Negativia, where GDP has gone negative. That means people have less buying power, and the government doesn't have much budget for services. It's like a negative domino effect. If supermarkets aren't selling, producers cut back on production, and everyone feels the pinch. Even if the absolute GDP number doesn't look tiny, a drop in relative growth is a clear warning sign for the country's future. So remember, there's a difference between the absolute size of an economy and its rate of growth or decline. A country can be big but trending downward, or small yet racing ahead. If you found this explanation helpful, make sure to hit like, subscribe to the channel, and share this post with your friends so we can all get to know the world of economics a little better.